Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute. This music isn't right. The scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time to the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Good morning, Nevermore. I'm your host with the most, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, coming at you on WNTF. Never mind the furthermore. Never mind the furthermore. It's brought to you with the love and support of our good friends over at the Independent Creator Directory. That's ndcd.org. Your one-stop shop for the best and the brightest authors, artists, and musicians. We're also made possible by sales of The Simple Sword, The Fighting Axe, and The Simple Spear, all part of my ongoing series of Western martial arts manuals designed to help you go from having never handled a sword to teaching the art to others. The Big Stompy Robots line of books, games, and of course, StompCon, which is a free to the public indie tabletop gaming convention. They'll be held September 13th, 2025. From 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern at the Benton County Koepp Extension 410 South Aidway A in beautiful Fowler, Indiana. All righty. Let's just bring back Mr. Morris and of course, Haints and Hellfire. Dark Secret has claimed 2 lives and is hunting an innocent child at the edge of the Appalachian Mountains. Only his aunt, a plucky reporter, her cameraman, and a very odd cat stand against the forces of darkness. Whew! Hello! And this Monday, how are you standing against the forces of darkness? This weekend hit real hard. I had some sleep issues, and still am getting things done for the upcoming convention. I'm really looking forward to StompCon. I have a new scanner. I have new gear. I am setting out to do some really interesting things, and it's going to be a great time. And that's basically my focus. I would like to get a couple of my books completed and available for the post-StompCon rush, but we will see what we see. It's also one of the busiest times of year for me because we are absolutely barreling towards Labor Day weekend. We are barreling towards my birthday. We are barreling towards StompCon. and the proper embracing of spooky season. Now, this brings me joy. It brings me delight. It brings a lot of heat and a lot of yard work, but it also brings a delightful bit of hope that things can come gleefully to fruition. So, uh, I'm I'm excited. I just need to sit down and get some time to grind away at the things that need done. Expect more changes in the background in the near future. Beyond that, we have we have a Monday that has with it an innate opportunity or two. An opportunity to, oh my, wow. Oh, you guys should understand how much I love you because there is a huge storm front rolling our way. And I would love to be outside watching it. Anyway, uh, it's an opportunity to make things that matter to us happen, to make things better, to make things more interesting, and embrace the joys that we have to celebrate. Uh, our dear Kat Rothermel has come through her rather intensive surgery. I am very pleased with that. Uh, if I'm reading the notes right, if not, well, then I'll keep praying and hoping everything goes right. It's been a run. But the only way to approach the future is in chunks we can handle. And to do so, choosing the kindest, most loving options we have for ourselves and for our communities. There are great people out there. And when I say that, I don't mean people of great quality. I mean, obviously, look at my community. But there are truly great people out there who have the capability, the talent, and the backing to make the world better than it currently is. And if that is your calling, if that is your talent, if that is your mission in this life, I look forward to your efforts. But if perchance you find yourself feeling a little awash in all that is going on, that is okay too. And I'm going to tell you why. Because the only way to affect change is to affect change that you can reach. It's to embrace the joys and the triumphs that are in your capacity or at the point of uh, destination while building your way there. I'm not going to go easy on you. And some of you expect me to. Some of you expect to look at me and go, but Nick, I am of a certain age where it is my place to fade back from the world and let it pass me by. Get over it. No, you're at a place where perhaps you can't move as quickly as you once did. Perhaps you cannot lift what you once could. Perhaps you aren't as fast as you think you once were. But that's been coupled with wisdom and experience and perspective that the world needs. We are not in the business of seeking immortality by mere procreation. Many of us have done that. Many of you have forsaken that for a different path. This is well and good. We must be breeders of ideas. We must engage in the agriculture of hope. We must nourish those around us who find us and who we can make ourselves available to with our wit and our wisdom. Perhaps some of us simply provide escape, but we must always provide the actual truth. We must always, through being authentic and unabashedly so, reach into the future with hands calloused, if not from physical labor, but from grappling with our inner demons, with the thousands of paper cuts of reviewing history in a solid, reliable format. We must be purveyors and architects of the ideas that not only encourage us to go forward with our dreams, but encourage others to go forward with theirs. And to do so hand in hand with all people, regardless of wealth, privilege, race, gender, proclivities, orientation. Because where humanity is concerned, we are one species, singular. It is true that there are among us those who carry a pathogen of greed. There are those among us who, with a combination of luck and applied sociopathy, relentlessly take and take and take. They take land, they take money, they take attention, they take away the truth. And the truth is that as a species, as individuals, and everywhere on that spectrum, the only way we can move forward is by doing so conscious, mindful of our actual situation, with tactical, situational, spiritual, and educational awareness. And we must each in our own way find where our voice may be heard, where our actions may do good. And it is scary. It is scary to look upon the blank page of a Monday and realize each page is stacking and consecutive. And each page will keep barreling on us until we are no more. But, my duckies, we also have the privilege to do something about it. Because each one of these blank pages defiantly stares at us as a call to action to make our mark upon it. I have heard recently the reason people cannot sleep is they did not live enough during the day to feel fulfilled. So I'm asking you all, one, you give your accountability, and I want to hear it. Did it leave you fulfilled? Is it what you want, what you need? Is it giving you, through the gestalt of your own actions, enough motivation to take that next step? Be it to simply maintain where you are at a plateau, or is it starting to give you that itch that will drive you further? That will drive you to take that single step up, perhaps in difficulty, but equally in accomplishment. There are so many that I know right now who sit on their potential and instead of doing something with it, they let it rot, prizing what it could be over what it is. And could be doesn't put beans on the table, my friends. It is hard for me, as I sit here, speak to you in this strange confessional. It is hard for me to measure the value of what I achieve very often. Because for me, some days, enduring the physicality of clawing my way out of bed is the peak of my physical capability, of keeping it between the navigational buoys is the peak of my mental capability at that day. There are times when I am a very foolish, weak, and weary individual. And it would be easy to let such times define me. It would be easy to simply settle into the mire of the comfort of surrendering to that. To say, this is all I am. And there are days where I do, days where I must, as much as it sickens me, because the standards I hold myself to are unattainable by anyone, and certainly not what I would ever abuse anyone else with. Mea culpa on that. But there are also days where my situation grants me the opportunity to be available, to hear the pain in another's voice, to distract someone from whatever is burdening them that cannot be escaped, because we are ghosts born and trapped within a data center of electrically enabled fatty bacon wedged in a meat mac. Fed mentally on the hallucinations of the data brought by assorted sensory inputs. And at the same time, we are more than that. You are so much more than that. You are a culmination, yes, of 1,000 love stories. Of impossible statistics, unlikely acquaintances, joys and sorrows and rages, of truth, and the continual desires for basic freedom, basic understanding, basic right and acknowledgement in pursuit of existence. They say energy is never destroyed, it just changes form. And perhaps that's all we are, arcs and sparks and flickers of energy against a backdrop of infinity. But from that massive cosmic perspective, trying to peek over at the microscope slides of God as he looks upon the world, perched like a flea on his shoulder. We zoom in through these veils of infinity and swirling galaxies and concepts to a little blue ball, to a given nation, to a given county, to a given city or town or ward or neighborhood, to a narrow piece of street, to a single home, to a single soul. And from that incredible laser focus, we stand. And we cry out. And I ask you today, what are you crying out? What are the words and stories and actions being shaped by you? And as you head at the end of the day, or the end of the night, because I know some of you are night walkers, as you head to that place where your head meets your pillow, are you living and doing enough to feel fulfilled? And if not, why the hell not? Alrighty, folks. Let's hit the comments. I'm about 100 behind, which is fine by me. Let's see what we're doing to get things done. Morning, all. Good morning, Trelena, my dear. I hope you're having a good morning. I briefly got to see Joe. I was running late into the office. But I hope you're well. I miss you guys. And good morning, Joe. It was great to see you briefly. Both these two wonderful creative souls are doing so much for so many with so little. And hello, Foxy. How are you, my dear? Have you done any new jewelry pieces of late, I wonder? We'll have to find out. And morning, Foxy. And hey, Joe. I am happy to be home. I bet you have been missed. And Trey got the meeting agenda from you. Forgot how long these agendas were for these meetings. And that, Joe, awesome. It doesn't help that the agenda is 2 projects. Yeah, I have a feeling you guys are going to hit crunch time as people start looking at that lovely 4-letter word that is white and fluffy, theoretically coming from the sky and trying to figure out how to get done what it's supposed to be done. And Botrix has correctly joined the channel. Hello, Botrix. Time for some apple pie and ice cream with Nevermind the Furthermore. Sir, just keep talking that dirty to me. I am all about that. Hey, Dave. And there's Don Dulas, the masterful, magnificent mind behind her Tales of Her Cats, Buddy and Georgette, and so very much more. I still would like to see Dawn get to a position where she could do a bit more writing, and I wonder how it could be parlayed. But few people served so valiantly from behind the curtain as Miss Dulas. Greetings to Dawn, and hello, Josh Kemp. As the thunder rolls and the lightning strikes, I know you and your United Weather Network are watching it intently, and as the services are shifting, it is much obliged that people are out there independently paying attention. And Joe's giving greetings and greetings and greetings, and Josh is flipping the bird, and we've got our kickbot, and we've got another kickbot, and we've got the bottle of Coke wasn't a twist top. Good thing I have keys that have a bottle opener on them. That's good to know. Although a wise woman once said anything's a bottle opener if you are brave enough. I don't know if I agree with her, but she certainly was brave enough. Anyway, and hello, Houston Dave thinks that's really cool because we're greeting Dave, didn't we? I may have glanced ahead. No, because Dave mentioned his pie, and I'm all about some pie. Hi, everyone popping in. Hello, Foxy. Hello. And good morning to Nick and the Never Organs. Yeah, well, haven't traded most of mine in yet. Hello, my dear rock and roll art goddess. I hope you are being kind to yourself and resting. And hey, Grand Cat. And oops, set too quick. It happens. Oh, you're fine, my dear. How are you feeling? And good morning, happy. Yes. Glenn, how are you, sir? You have a link. I want you to share what you've been doing, my good man. All right? Because you are doing wonders. And Presto's in the house. Hey, Presto. I hope you're having a good one. I hope you've been busy doing what you do and finding joy in it. I handle the future with ice cream and brownie. That's weapons of choice, my friend. Weapons of choice. And I've got another bot I have to. Has extreme jealousy, Dave. I do too. We should start a new political party, the Space Party. Oh, we can't do that because then we'd have a bunch of billionaires trying to invade us. Anyway, hey, Glenn. And no, it's cute. I'm getting better. Healing up is hard work, and so is relaxing muscles. Indeed. Now, Kat, feel free, if you are ever up and you see me up in the evenings, to reach out. I keep bizarre hours. And you are on the list of people totally worth being up bizarre hours for. Want to find other great creators? Go to indiecd.org for tons of great creators. Thanks, Botrix. You always know just what to say. And Glenn is delighted with Trey. And Glenn's going to be happy with me because that box over there contains a new scanner, which will talk to my happy little computer over here, which means I get to go back to using tools that look like this for my art, and you will be delighted because I'm really in the mood for some traditional art. I might break out some acrylics. I'm not sure. It sure can, Cat. I have an RX for that. Me too. Get over it, he says. I'm sorry, I'm going to call things like I know it. I agree. Thank you. And thank you to Dan Hallfield and Master Boot Records for allowing us to use their music during our streams. Speaking of Dan Hallfield, there's the man, the myth, the legend, and here is one of the greatest independent services I think people have done towards creativity in a very, very long time, for a very, very long time.
Hello, I'm Dan Hallfield. I'm the senior editor and publisher of Abelian Webzine, the world's oldest free creative writing e-zine since 1997. Since then, we have helped over 500 amateur writers learn what they needed to turn pro. www.aphelion-webzine.com and read not only what we've got going on right now, but 28 years worth of our archives of stories. Thank you very much.
All righty. And back to the comments. Hey, Dan, and hi, Dan. And what else I missed while being in and out? Saw your update post. Good going. We are very pleased. Yes, the wisdom and knowledge of the science and history of bananas extraordinaire. Right! Write what you know, and if you know bananas better than anyone, write your book. I have a blaster. This, those of you who know, I engage in the merriments of foam flinging. And this blaster came with a large number of what are called banana clips because they have a curve to indicate which way is the front, so they're easier to blind load. I am thinking of calling it the Tallyman. Tally me bananas, daylight come and I flom some fling. Flom some fling. Yeah, sure, fling some foam. Wisdom is waking up in the middle of the night and raiding the fridge and eating a slice of apple pie. Wisdom is making sure there's apple pie in the fridge so that when you wake up in the middle of the night, it may be raided. I haven't had any coffee yet. Perhaps we should address that, Grant. It's a big ask. Woohoo! Team Muscle Relaxer. I, too, am a member of that particular crowd. It's the other thing that keeps the spasms down. Just remember, there is no Grant Draws tonight. That means there's an opening, friends. They help, though they make most people a bit drowsy. Oh, you're banning yourself from caffeine for a bit. Sometimes you need to do that. One, to refresh the ability of caffeine to work, and two, because other medicines need to not have excess stimulants floating around. So I understand. I love ice. I have the ice cream, Dave, and it is amazing. Who? Nick for president. Oh no. Oh no. You see, I would be a terrible president. I am far too unpopularly vindictive. But I appreciate the sentiment, Presto, of the space party. Accountability, keeping my emotions in check until Friday for my CT scan, then being patient for the results. That is always a challenge. And saw your Conpic scrap. They look great. I've had caffeine in 5 years now. Woo. Space party. Does that come with space puns? Can we put maple syrup on the ice cream that is on the pie? I don't see why not. However, be careful, you're going to summon Zach from the launch pad. Speaking of maple syrup. Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. Great ice cream meetup in the Nevermind the Furthermore has begun. Ice cream assembled. I do have some root beer float flavored ice cream left over in the fridge. And oh my gosh, I had Wednesday show up on the big screen, and today's on my iPad. I am a bit out of sorts today. You are in exquisite company, my dear. Raises spoon in solidarity. The only way we move forward as a species is to realize we are not all the same and accept it. As long as we can explore and acknowledge our differences, and we must, but we must accept them and not use them as a shortcut to abusive hierarchy. Are you calling for a scientific revolution? I am calling for a simpler, more just concept where facts are not mutated to fit policy, but policies change to fit fact. If that calls for a scientific revolution to bring us back to where we were, to an extent, perhaps. To bring us forward to a better hope, perhaps. As long as it is tempered with kindness. Do cats like ice cream? Depends on the cat. Other accountability, readying myself for StompCon. I may be bugging some folks to get stuff ready for the traveling table. Do it. Yes or no or maybe. Exactly. It's just that was a very powerful question. Ban the bot. Hug. Right now, I ignore the bots because they do count as interaction. I just don't bring them up. As long as they're not saying anything cruel or problematic, I just skip them. Haha, the photos may have been good, the opposite of my sales. Well, sometimes that happens. Remember, conventions are not supposed to be direct sales opportunities primarily. They are primarily meant to get your name out there, to make new ties to the community, and to encourage future purchases. Now, making sales at conventions is beautiful. But we can never let that become the drain, because that's not why we do it. And it's almost time, so I'm just going to pause for a brief ad. You know what? I mentioned Foxy earlier, so let's run her ad.
Hi, I'm Auntie Foxy, and I'm a crafting addict. I make custom jewelry from recycled materials, and Foxy has wares if you have coin. You can find me at indcd.org/about-auntie-foxy. I hope to see you there.
Alrighty. And all right, I can get that filled out for you. Get it today for you, Dawn. Now that I'm home, excellent. My cats do, Dave. I'm sure. Make sure they don't gobble it down when my back is turned. I understand. Dave, George loved ice cream. Oh, StompCon is less than a month away. It is, and it's going to be great. Okay, yes, I'm going to be making terrain and arranging tournament things. I have a couple specific game pieces I have to make. Okay. Give me a little wiggle room. I'm just a guy. Thank you, Foxy. Just don't want to fight it on the tablet. Too hard typing with little hands. Hogwash on the sleep. I've done a zillion things, been a zillion places, met a zillion people. I still don't sleep well. Well, that's because all the theory is, are you fulfilled? No, because you, more than anyone else I think I may have ever met, Glenn, have an insatiable desire for more experience. And from that, an insatiable desire for more expression of that. And there will always be exceptions to any given rule. Accountability. 7 of 12 potion bottles done. Then on to making hearts and pricing merch for StompCon. I adore hearing that because I can take that out of context and it sounds so delightful. I've reached the plateau of ice cream brain freeze. You have my deep condolences, but you can get through it. Let's see. Presto says, I have the itch and I'm currently in a reading mode and gathering notes for a 6th draft of my writing. Excellent! Excellent! Just don't be hesitant when it comes down to it to pull the trigger and get that published, either through traditional means or through the either through traditional means or through self-publishing, either via crowdfunding, or just like I do through Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing or Lulu. There are several other sites out there where you can go to get that out there. But get it nailed down and get it out there. 1, so that I can help promote it for you. And 2, so it can get out there. Brother Dr. Martin Luther Tockert has seen the. I have seen the Promised Land. Don't even be neglected. I've seen moments of wonder and beauty to stir the soul and scintillate the senses. I have seen times of joy and merriment. I've seen people of different disciplines and desires and ideas all coming together for a greater good. I have in my time been a minister of sorts to the lost. I've been a person who's had the privilege to go places others can't and talk to people and be heard by those who wouldn't listen to others. I have found great wonders and incredible beauty buried behind the scars and bruises inflicted by a cruel world. And it is my fervent prayer and desire and I would rest most easily in a world where the vast majority of my skill set is totally and forever obsolete. I long for a place where no one needs to be taught how to work through an unspeakable anger. a place where no one needs to be shown how to, and that they can have value when they feel they have been marred, scarred, damaged, or devalued. But I have seen flashes in my life, moments of beautiful cooperation, kindness, education, and creativity, times where folks of such tremendously different walks came together and made something better. And were it in my power, that would go from the exception to the norm. There is no justification for the cruelty, for the hatred, for the suffering. There will always be pain, but we need not inflict excess on each other. This is a world of plenty. None should starve. None should go sick with ailments that can be treated. None should be judged by the color of their skin, or by their gender, or their biological sex, or their social roles. They should be judged fairly by the content of their character and the effect of their actions, and both should forever be sought to be improved. And please pardon my occasionally damaged English. None of this is pre-written. This is someone asked me, how do I script these speeches I get onto? And it's one of the greatest compliments I've ever received. I don't know what I'm going to talk about usually before I hit begin stream. So this is all off the cuff. So when did I figure out I was watching last Wednesday's show and commenting upon today's? The giveaway was Nick saying happy hump day and the shirts being different. Amen, Father Tockert. I nearly was. I very nearly joined the clergy. What kept me from it was the fact that my name is nearly extinct. And procreation was necessary, and frankly quite enjoyable, and that I've studied just enough history that I am a man who has great faith, but great difficulty finding a denomination that fits. Accountability. One of the writers for the next Memoirs of the Morbid bailed, so I had to get a story together quickly. Figured out something last night I think will work. Oh, good. No. I do not give unsolicited stream things. Ooh, hearts. Indeed. Accountability. Getting well and healed from my total hip replacement surgery. Taking meds, icing, doing my home PT exercises. Good job, Kat. I'm so proud of you. We need to get you up, to get you dancing again, my dear. Good job, Kat. That could be rough. And if you want help Want to find other great creators? Go to indiecd.org for tons of great creators. Well, for a writer these days, it takes a willingness to be seen as being contrarian, to be able to confront the taboos of conventional mass delusions of so-called grandeur. Common person fancies themselves out as being a outside the box thinker. That is an interesting statement. I wonder how many people are inside the box of claiming to be outside the box. Accountability. Working harder than I usually do on my mindfulness and muscle relaxation. Excellent. I know it's hard for you, especially right now, but again, journal. If you have the capacity, I am a terrible note taker and worse so about my life. I am not good at journaling in any way, shape, or form. But you likely are far superior to me in that category. Think about this journey, what you can learn from it, and what you can share to better others. Sending joy and happy thoughts with ice cream and sprinkles to everyone. It is appreciated. Kat, your accountability should only be you right now. Gotta heal. Ice cream. Have to pass Dave till tomorrow. Clear liquid diet today. Ouch. Sorry about that, but soon. Dave grabbed that sprinkle just for me. I shall ice cream tomorrow for being good today. Smile. That's good. But when outside the box thinking doesn't lead to any new evidences, then it's left to heroes who dare be on the inside of the box thinkers. Sometimes you just need to build a better box. Alrighty. Let's see now. Thanks, Dawn. Yes. Raises a big stompy robot like the baby lion in Lion King. Rockin'. Only 100? Accountability. I climbed the tallest ladder up to fix a tiny solar power on my barn for the security camera that points to the woods. I was scared but needed doing, so I did it. I'm proud of you, Dan. As someone who does not like heights myself, I'm very proud of you. Got a late start on the comments today. It happens. I dislike ladders too. They're like stairs on steroids. I don't like stairs either. My babies. Wow, I am behind today. Get me out of this health pain funk I'm in. Only time I can do it that right now. Sometimes that's all you can do is heal, and that is accountability. Good morning, everyone. I hope that all of you had a great weekend. So our week is off to a good start. Yes. Thank you, and thanks. Almost forgot to mention, McLeod's Creation has started a channel over here on YouTube. He's a kick artist I followed. Very neat guy. I follow him too. I will be looking up his YouTube channel because I get better notifications. Aha! Sweet. Thank you. You can find it at youtube.com/@McLeod's He is amazing. I won one of his shirts. I'm thinking on my new website. No link yet. I'm delighted to see your pens. The future. Yes. The only reason I stepped back was I wasn't getting good enough results preserving it. And if you really want to laugh, one of my favorite drawing tools is this. It's not just a pencil. It is a My First Ticonderoga Fat Kids pencil. I do love these things. And I do have a rig, it's not in here, for over the shoulder uh, actual art. And one of these Wednesdays, I will set up a art stream, and instead of doing it tradition, as I do using my lovely art tablet and all this stuff, I'll do it that way for just for you guys to remind you that I am capable of doing it. Although, Glenn, if you want to see something rather amusing, the art for next week that I did, actually the art for this week, I'm sorry, a little temporal difficulty, I actually did with a mouse and not a pen because my cats hid my stylus and I still had to do stuff digitally. That was a flashback to my earlier days and quite a challenge. Remember, if you're not in the USA and you want to view the Apfillian webzine, go to apfillian.ndcd.org. Cat, heal up, take care of yourself, and heal up as well as you can. I hope this is a full, speedy, and relatively painless process. Foxy's got a link, and Thesis was going to be on later. Yes. Snacks for late night munchies is a great and wise thing. Yes. This is going to be one of those days where I have to log back into Site Manager for every 5 minutes. Oh, geez. I'm a proud member of Alice Cooper's all-night party. Wow. He had a great math teacher. Have been since, poor Joe, won't be elected. Now we have vanilla ice cream. So, in other words, you're calling for a sustainability revolution. Yes, that's getting perhaps better phrased. Because science without morality is insufficient for human action. But we must be sustainable not just in our pursuits, technologically, but in all aspects of our life. We need a life-work balance that is sustainable. See, I believe that the nature of humanity, for it to be at its greatest, requires a level of uncomfortable independence for people. Uncomfortable independence from people who feel they should have more control than they do. I'm very big on, if it's not hurting anybody, why is it a problem? I do come from a religious background where the primary tenet, outside of loving God with all our heart, is treating others like I'd like to be treated. And a huge part of how I'd like to be treated, frankly, is for most people who have no concern in my business or choices to otherwise leave me alone. If I want to wear Hawaiian shirts everywhere because they make me happy, there's no reason to scold me for that. If you don't like Hawaiian shirts, that's fine. If you don't wish to wear them, that's fine. But I like Hawaiian shirts, so I will wear them. That seems fair. Ooh, we saw this at the store. I was wondering what it was, Dawn. Interesting, to say the least. And Trey, that strawberry lemonade jam we picked up was so good. That sounds amazing. It is good. We were at the farmer's market Saturday. Spread some on a bagel. You are making me hungry. I just indulged in a croissant. Cinnamon roll. We got Saturday at the farmer's market. It was, dear Lord, chef's kiss. That sounds good. Tomorrow is my mother's and my oldest daughter's birthday. Well, that's delightful, Dan. Snuck up on you, huh? Happy pre-birthday to those ladies, and happy birthday to them. Yesterday marked the biggest privilege in my life. It was 52 years since Helen and I met. Over half a century I've known this gorgeous gal. Beautiful, sir. No, not quite snuck up, but I'm not always aware of what date today is. Exactly. I rarely know the date. Because of this program, I can usually guesstimate the date. Oop, there we go. My intentions for my writing is for a documentary play for live theater. I am diametrically opposed to the film industry. I have utter disdain for the Jurassic Park movie trilogy and the reprehensible tropes of the character of a lady scientist portrayed as a damsel in distress, and the nature being portrayed as a horror show. Fascinating. No, seriously, utterly fascinating. While I admit I truly do enjoy the Jurassic Park movies I like to see large dinosaurs. I'm a child, made adult, and I still enjoy things like large dinosaurs running amok. The damsel in distress can be quite annoying, especially when you've had the privilege of surrounding yourself with truly competent women. You don't suffer that lightly. You don't suffer the depiction of women as incompetent. But there are incompetent people of all sexes, genders, skin. So it is what it is. But it sounds like you're doing something intriguing, and keep at it. Really is a good day. A reason to celebrate, Dan. And 16 August 1973 was the day we met. Oh, that's awesome. There's a box. It's something those people came up with after, fish started having bones. So it's a little beyond your foundational date, Dan. Just popping in to say hi. Hope you're having a good day. Well, thank you, Ragnar. Oh, Ragnar's Carvings. Yes, thank you. And hi, Matt Cranky. And I need to make a shopping list for today's voyage to the next county. I wonder what I need and what stores to visit. Something fun. And Matthew is asking you to follow his supernatural grim comic, The Night Slayers, and there is the link. It's understood. I love Hawaiian shirts, and I'm wearing one right now. You are a person of culture and taste. And Botrix is thanking Dan Hallfield for the music. Hi, Matthew. Hi over there, Ragnar. And I think it's time for an ad. Let's run an ad. You know what? Let's run Brian K. Morris, who I keep in homage up here. His book. I need more ads from you, Brian.
From author Brian K. Morris comes a tale of irreverent holiday horror, told with much inappropriate humor. Dr. Victor Frankenstein creates the spirit of giving himself. Ho, ho, ho. Santastein, or the post-holiday Prometheus. Available at Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
All righty. Let's see. Hi over there, Ragnar. It looks like we're reached over the hour mark, so I do have some things I'd like to accomplish today. And with the rain coming in, it means I have to do some other things. But I think I'm going to run some ads, and then I think I'll wrap this up because, like I said, I have some things to do. I hope it's been entertaining for you. Let's see who is on the block. Oh, I haven't run this ad, and you guys will be sad if I don't. So I'll give you a musical interlude.
It's time to scan, that is the plan, with Carl and Dawn to catch a fawn or unicorn. We're so forlorn, we got a Koepp, so here's our rep. Munsey, we want to Munsey, because we want some points and funny badges with our modern cell phone gadgets. Munsey, we've got to Munsey. Download that app and help us Koepp, and you can play it too. Munsey is good exercise, good for your heart and for your thighs. Dawn is such a lovely lass. Come on, Dawn, get off your chair. Munsey, we want to Munsey, because we want some points and funny badges with our modern cell phone gadgets. Munsey, we got to Munsey. Download that app and help us Koepp, and you can play it too.
And since I am always trying to promote them, my dear friend Robin does have a chill stream she does over on Twitch, and I'll run her 2-part ad.
Hi, bunnies. This is Robin Yoda, just wanting to let you know I have a Twitch channel. It's twitch.tv/Robin Yoda. You can catch me there Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Pacific playing Stardew Valley, Saturdays at 2 p.m. playing The Sims 4, and Sundays at 10 a.m. Pacific playing a random game from my Game Pass library. You can also find me Mondays on my YouTube channel, Robin Yoda the Lilac Bunny. I hope to see you all there. Thanks for watching.
Welcome, welcome, bunnies. It's Robin Yoda. My Twitch stream has changed. I'm playing Saturdays and Sundays at 2 p.m. If there's any schedule change, I'll let you know by posting on X, Blue Sky, and sometimes Facebook. You can follow all my socials, Robin Yoda the Lilac Bunny, and sign up for my YouTube channel. It's also Robin Yoda the Lilac Bunny, where I repost all of my streams. So come join me over on Twitch at twitch.tv/Robin Yoda for some awesome streams. And once again, thanks for watching.
Hi, this is Kat. During the school year, I'm Mrs. Rothermel, but otherwise, I'm Rock and Roll Art Goddess, writing about my past and filming the present. I need you to join my Rock and Roll Art army and to check out my merch on Zazzle.com. What started out as journal therapy is now 4 books, I see, and an Instagram account to blow off steam, becoming a book, with another to do the same. A short film for a friend. No, this is not the end. Peace, love, and let me art.
Yeah, folks, I'm all about letting you art. I want you to create. I want you to make the world a better and more interesting place. I want you to express yourself because no one else can. And we need genuine expression. We need preservation of the truth. We need preservation of facts and history. And we need to come together as never before. So, guys, keep writing, keep drawing, keep creating, because as long as you do, you can edit it, you can improve it, but you can't edit a blank page. I love you, and you should too.